Hey y'all, welcome back to a new episode. I needed a watch for my Euro trip, but I didn't want to break the bank either. For the most part, I didn't need a bunch of bells and whistles, which would only increase the cost. I also needed a text to be highly legible under various conditions and have a solid battery life. Plus, it should help me navigate into new locations and promote a healthy and active lifestyle. Enter the Apple Watch SE2, an affordable but powerful watch. The watch comes with a charging puck, but no wall adapter. Setting up the watch is very easy, so I won't spend time on that. I get the straps that come with the watch and attach them. Fun fact, did you know that Apple uses the same $2 million CNC machines that Rolex does to manufacture the strap locking mechanism? Now that I set it up, let's take it for a spin. If you're liking my videos, like and subscribe. It'll help me make more videos faster and produce content that you'll enjoy. So let's look at the external hardware features. The SE has the digital crown, microphone, and side button on the right side of the watch. On the left are the speakers. You'll see these buttons in action soon. Later, I'll give more details about the touchscreen. The SE has two different app arrangement UIs to interact with the apps, the list version and the honeycomb. I personally prefer the list version because if I know what app I'm looking for, I can scroll alphabetically to find it quickly with the digital crown. Honeycomb is a bit too chaotic for me, and that's okay. Everyone is different. I just think it's the OCD, things must be in order mentality that kicks in hard for me. Plus, I can figure out how to remove apps I don't need from the watch. If list is not your thing, you can easily switch to the honeycomb UI. So who's the SE for? It's really for people who are looking for an affordable watch without all the bells and whistles. People think that cheaper might mean lower quality, but that's not Apple's angle. When I compared the SE to the Watch 8 and Ultra, the features that weren't included weren't a deal breaker. For example, always on retina display, blood oxygen and ECG apps, temperature sensing, to name a few, aren't a part of the SE, and that's perfectly fine by me. The Nike Fitness app comes pre-installed on the SE. What I like about this app is that it detects activity and will send a haptic notification if you'd like to record your fitness activity. As I'm hiking, the app gives me the necessary details about my activity, length of time, distance walked, heart rate, and more. One of the most captivating things with the SE is how vibrant and vivid the screen is at 1000 nits. I'm deliberately filming it in direct sunlight, yet all the information on the screen is clearly legible. The colors are wickedly crisp and lettering so easy to read under different conditions, and I'm glad that Apple designers didn't skimp out on the quality just because it's a cheaper model. I'll later show the watch in the dark and flashlight mode. For those who are traveling in new countries but don't want to be constantly looking at their phone, being able to use Google Maps directions on the SE is good. However, I noticed that there was a delay in the watch noticing that I started a maps journey on my phone. Secondly, I saw that there was a discrepancy of accurate distance between the phone and watch. Here, I'm walking to a Starbucks, and when I'm close to my destination, the haptic feedback vibrates when I need to make a turn. The beneficial thing of using your phone for direction is that you can see places of interest around your destination. Yet, depending on your phone battery life and data plan, you may not want to drain either too fast, especially when you're traveling to a new country. That said, you should test it in the neighborhood before testing it in a foreign country. The SE has a media control center you can use to control your music playlist with a simple touch of the screen. Plus, I like that I'm able to alter the noise control of my AirPods Pro. For my own personal safety, when I'm walking, I want to be able to hear cars and cyclists nearby in transparency mode. But when I'm on the hiking trails, I want noise cancellation. With my AirPods in, I detect a bit of a delay when I'm switching between these modes. You can use the digital crown to turn up your music. You can see the green volume bar temporarily show up when I make these adjustments. So imagine you pull up to a stoplight and the car next to you is bumping dope music and you want to know what the track is, but you're too cool to ask the driver for the artist. You can use Shazam, no Dave Chappelle, definitely not Spider-Man. Close, but no. That's better. The microphone on the watch is sensitive, so it'll pick up the audio without issues. Combined with the powerful processor, the Shazam app will get you the name of the track and album cover immediately. The Apple Watch Ultra promo video showed this cool feature on it called Waypoint. This feature allows you to place geolocation digital markers for when you need to make your way back to a base or a point of interest. Interestingly enough, the SE has Waypoints features, but hasn't been promoted as loudly as it could be. Naturally, because the Ultra is more expensive, thus more revenue. I believe, but have no proof, Apple hid this feature under the power button. Sneaky Apple. I mean, come on, think about it. How likely is it that you buy an expensive option if the cheap one came with the same capability? So, let's take this Waypoint feature for a spin. Those orange dots are the waypoints that were created every few meters. When I click the hamburger icon, I get more details like incline, elevation, and where those points were dropped. In this scenario, I want to make a deliberate waypoint that I'm a suitable place to light a campfire. I scroll down, select the fire icon, and now the waypoint location is saved. For those of you who are more detail and color coordinated, you can select the color of the waypoint to drop. For instance, I'm choosing baby blue just for the sake of it. If I was to look under the hamburger icon, I'd see a blue waypoint saved. So now when I just walk a few meters, I see the baby blue waypoint show up on screen. If the SE is going to have a waypoint feature under the compass, then I think there should be two-way communication between the watch and the iPhone's compass, just like I saw for Google Maps. I mean, barely anyone uses the iPhone compass, so you might as well make it useful by including the waypoint feature in it. The Apple Watch screen is so small, so being able to see things on a large screen is better, especially for people who don't have good eyesight. Something to note, the waypoint feature doesn't automatically turn off or pause if you reach home, so it will drain your battery since it's constantly creating geolocation markers. When it comes to health, your hearing is just as important as your heart rate, calories burned, or ECG. Remember I mentioned the microphone sensitivity? The watch has a noise detection feature. You can set a decibel threshold level at 80, 85, 90, or 100 decibels, at which it notifies you via haptic feedback. On a sunny Saturday, I decided to comb my backyard with my gas-powered lawnmower. Within a few minutes, I get a notification that I'm working in a loud environment with a sound level of at least 80 decibels, and a message that prolonged exposure can lead to temporary hearing loss. Seeing this message, I quickly went inside my house to get the sound protection earmuffs. With the earmuffs on, I finished mowing the yard and know it will be something Hank will be proud of. I mean, except for this part of the dead grass, he'd lose his mind over it for sure. In terms of waterproofness or water resistance, the SE holds up pretty well. I was wearing the watch while kayaking in Lisbon, Portugal, and the Atlantic Ocean water didn't affect it whatsoever. I also wore it while surfing, and it survived the multiple falls into the chilly ocean waters. Again, just because it's more affordable doesn't mean the quality is lower. A feature that I really appreciate about these Apple Watches is the ability to work seamlessly with other Apple devices. Using my watch, I can unlock my MacBook Air or Mini. In this clip, I show how to set it up. As the message shows, I have to enable the passcode feature on the watch, type in the value, and then I'm done. So now when I open my Air, the unlocking feature by the watch works. Nighttime mode is a feature which I knew about when I was traveling. In my Euro trip, there's no clocks in my Airbnb, so I'd always have to use my phone to check the time, but the auto brightness would always burn my pupils. The nighttime mode needs to be enabled in the settings, but can only be active when you're connected to the charging disc and it's placed horizontally. The vibrant green against the black background is very easy on the eyes. As you see, it doesn't show the watch face complications. Under the control panel, you can activate the flashlight. You have the continuous light, a literal flashlight, and a red light. The red light is especially useful when you're moving through the dark but don't want to burn your pupils out in the process. Getting this watch has been a delight and it's something I use every day. It really is a Swiss Army knife. I like that even though Apple could have cheapened out on some features, they didn't. To be honest, even though the 8 series and Ultra has so many features, I think the average person won't use most of them. Just being able to get your notifications when you're away from your phone, I think, is good enough for most people, and the SE does that easily. Being able to use apps like Maps, Shazam, Waypoint, and so many more not covered really gives you an idea of how well Apple integrates its hardware and software in such a small device. The overall design is aesthetically pleasing for whatever venture you choose to go on. Whether you're kayaking, touring Paris, or more, the SE Gen 2 series is a versatile watch for all environments. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you in the next episode.